3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the home stretch. I'm Nina Soden, your North Alabama Realtor, here with the Soden Team and Legend Realty Huntsville.
And I'm Kat Frisby, your loan officer with Victorian Finance and your mortgage wingwoman.
So today, we are just going to tell you a little bit about our life and our day in our roles as a realtor and a lender. So, Kat, kick it off. You sit at a desk all day, get thousands of requests for loans all day long, and just make all that money as you close loans daily, right? It just rains money on you.
And I just, we just get a loan, and then it just, magically goes to closing, and
nothing ever happens wrong, right?
No, gosh,
So
I wish. In the perfect world, right?
Yeah.
So that's a loaded question. Every day is so different.
Yeah.
So a day in the life of a lender, you could wake up to, a couple applications. Then, you're needing to review each loan file, communicate, of course, with your borrower, communicate with your lender, communicate with your entire team. We've got our loan officer's assistant here, we've got processor, we've got, just everyone here helping each other out. And there is never just an easy loan file.
Never
right?
a dull moment in
right.
the loan world.
There's always something, right? So, that's when we've got to really dig deep into, the loan and get all of the documentation and the paperwork. And I'm telling you guys this, when your loan officer asks for all of these things, don't take it personally. We're doing it because we have to have,
genuinely need it.
We genuinely need it. I'm not asking for your tax returns just because I'm just nosy and want to look at your tax returns. No, I genuinely need it. And so trying to just communicate with your borrowers and educate them, and then as a lender, you're the borrower's number one cheerleader, biggest advocate, right, for this whole process. So you're really going to at bat for them, and you want to know and build up some, most of the story of what you can to present that to underwriting, because underwriting just sees what's on paper, right? They just see the numbers. They don't know the person.
Are they here in the office? They're the evil people that the realtors are just waiting for. It's going to underwriting. What? What's going to happen next?
No, the underwriters are the people that literally save our booties.
Okay.
They're really the ones. They do get, the bad reputation or whatever. But, there's so many regulatory and compliance, that goes into lending. I don't know if you guys remember the big old crash of 2008. And so, since then there's been tons of laws and regulations put in place to help protect you guys. It's not, it's to protect us too, but it's really to protect the borrowers. Yeah. And so with that, of course, comes a lot more rules and regulations and a lot more stuff that is required. And it's just trying to communicate that with your borrower and letting them know and educating them and giving them an explanation as to why they might need it. I had one borrower, I'll give you an example. He was self-employed. So self-employed, usually you have to provide, 2 years of tax returns. And so he provided the tax returns and got all that information to me, and then got a request for his tax transcripts. Okay. And so he's like, wait a minute, I already gave you my tax returns. Why do you need my tax transcripts too? And I'm like, good question. But believe it or not, there's this thing called tax fraud. And, people will file fraudulent tax returns or say they filed these tax returns that they provided, but they were never really filed, or they were filed differently. So we have to match up with what the IRS has with what we have in
Yeah.
our in hand. And so there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and that's just one little small example of what we have to do.
So typically a buyer submits their application, all of this stuff happens, and in a best case scenario, the buyer doesn't know any of it. They don't necessarily see all of that
Oh, no.
kind of rubble in the background, right?
Right.
So if you're a really good lender, then it seems so simple that your job is really easy.
Yes.
It's kind of like that iceberg picture that you see.
Yes.
You know, the little tip of the iceberg.
And then
the
iceberg,
under the,
yes, it's like huge.
right,
underneath.
under the water it's huge.
That's exactly how it
That's
is.
lending.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah, so I mean, a day in the life of the lender. I mean, yeah, that's a loaded question, but I mean, me personally, I mean, I try to focus on, building relationships, not only with my borrowers, of course I want to build a relationship and connect with them so that way they trust me and they feel comfortable talking to me. And because that's another thing is, I wish I could have it tattooed on my forehead is we will find out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there's so many times where borrowers they just don't give us the full picture and they don't divulge all of the information, but at the end of the day, we're gonna find out.
You can't really hide.
Right.
that kind
And
of
so
stuff.
I feel like just being very upfront and transparent and building that really good rapport with them and that building that relationship with them then gives them that comfort level to then share.
Sure, yeah.
And then just and that's just with borrowers. And then on the whole other side of that, I mean, that's just the loan process and the borrowers. Then you've got building relationships with referral partners, real estate agents, everyone, and just networking and building your people, your group of people up. And, that's a whole other part-time job,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So yeah, I think that kind of sums it up. But yeah, every day is different. But I think my favorite part of what I do every day is just connecting with people and building relationships.
Yeah. No,
For sure.
I'd have to agree. That's awesome.
So I'm assuming your day in the life of a realtor is probably very similar to mine.
100%.
So it's not just you just go to a couple, showings and you just throw a couple listings on the internet and that's all you do, right? That's just, yeah.
Show a house, write
Yep.
a contract.
Yeah.
Show a house,
Right?
write it. Right. Totally. Yes. No, it's up in the air, right? Every day is different because things happen, life happens, and
Yes.
buyers need things, sellers need things, and you kind of have to jump, right?
Yep.
When they say jump, you say how high.
Yep.
I do try to have a little bit of structure in my life, right? So every morning from 6:30 to 7:15, 7:20-ish, I'm on a Zoom call with thousands of agents across the U.S.
Oh, wow.
Networking, talking, brainstorming, learning, because
Yeah.
this business is always changing,
Yes.
right? So that's Monday through Friday. I do that every single day. It's really early, and I feel for the people out in California who are even earlier.
But it's a great way to kick off your day.
It
is.
is.
It makes that's your mindset for
That's
the
right.
day. It just trains. Yeah.
100%. It's the mindset, it's the motivation, it's the skill set learning, right? So then I go into prepping for the day, look at all of my contracts, what is needed today? Who do I need to reach out to? I'm contacting my buyers and my sellers on a regular basis, not daily, I'm not going to annoy them, but definitely on a regular basis, right? So I deal with now business, and then I go into my lead generation. That might be working with my lenders or calling contractors, those referral partners, which I absolutely love to do. Building those relationships is so much fun, right?
Yep.
And then it's calling your sphere of influence and texting and emailing and reaching out to those people just to stay top of mind, because
Right.
it is a contact
You
business.
have to stay in front of people.
Yes.
Constantly.
You
If
do.
not, then it's not like they're intentionally forgetting about you.
But they're gonna.
They're gonna forget
They're
about
gonna
you unless
forget.
you stay in front of them.
Yes, you
Yep.
have to stay top of mind, which for an introvert is hard, right? I'm definitely an introvert until I get to know you, and then I feel comfortable. I'm an extrovert, and that's all great. Or if I'm doing something that I absolutely am passionate about and love.
Yes.
And so that lead generation time, real estate is a contact sport.
It is.
The more contacts you make, the better your business is going to be, the more you're going to build. And then after that, it's, hopefully showing houses, listing appointments, buyer appointments, meeting the people out there in the real world and getting to know that side. And then also we have that second job of social media.
Yes. What we're doing now.
Content creators.
Yes.
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, now we're on YouTube, but we're on TikTok. You have to kind of reach that broader audience, and as technology gets more and more and more advanced, you have to keep up. When the weather's really nice, I like to just go hit the streets and talk to neighbors and door knock around my listings or on my open houses and just meet people.
Yeah.
Because the more people you meet, again, contact sport.
Yeah.
So my day is a little bit different every day, but a lot of the same as what yours is. It's a lot of communication, a lot of talking to people.
A lot.
And I love negotiations, so I love contracts. So if you see me in an office reading over a contract, I'm looking for all the fine details. I love that aspect of it as well. So.
All right. Well,
that's the day in the life.
Yeah. I mean, it changes every day. I mean, I was actually joking around with one of my coworkers earlier this morning because we were talking about, how was your weekend? Da 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 da. And I was like, yeah, I was getting tattooed for 5 hours on Saturday, but then I had a previous buyer texting me wanting to know about getting an investment property and what the process was for, investment loan and all that. So I'm literally on the table getting tattooed, still working. So your job really never stops.
It doesn't.
And I mean, you do have to set boundaries, of course, because we do have, family and other things. But, I think we are also both the type where we love our people and we love helping people. And so even if I'm sitting there getting tattooed,
you're gonna answer questions.
I'm gonna help them out, and so I think that's just, and I think that's what sets us apart too from some other lenders and agents. I mean, you really got to just find your people that you connect with, and that's just gonna
I think when you do that and you surround yourself around the clients that become friends and family, it doesn't feel like work as much when they call and say, hey, can I see this house today? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Let's hop in the car. Oh, by the way, I'm coming from the gym, so don't mind the outfit. And I think when you're surrounding yourself with the clients that know you, like you, trust you, and that you can build that rapport with, it isn't work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is one of the best things that I never knew I was going to be in real estate. Never thought about that.
Yeah.
But it's the blessing that I received that I didn't know I needed.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Same for me. I mean, it allows me to, still be, there for my kids.
Yeah.
I can still show up when I need to, open houses, choir concerts, whatever it is, taking them to the trampoline park. I've been at trampoline park with my laptop, letting them have fun and, still working. Yeah, and so, I mean, just that work-life balance, I don't think you can really find in any other industry like this.
Well, we set our own hours. We set our own days. It's funny, you don't clock in at a certain time and then clock out, right?
No.
There's nothing like that, but you still get to set your hours.
Yes.
If you're like, I'm setting a boundary, I'm not answering the phone after 7 p.m., then you do that and you set that expectation with the people around you, and it's okay.
Yes.
But my people know, I'm not going to answer the phone after 7:30. But if there's an emergency, I'm going to answer the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're going to text me 911, please call me.
Yes.
And I'm going to answer that phone.
Yep.
So I think you just have to know what your boundaries are and set those expectations with people, because it can be a 24/7 job.
Yes.
If you make it one.
If you make it that way.
Don't make it one.
Don't make it that way. You'll get burned out on it.
So quick.
So quick. And I think, again, I think we're kind of coming full circle, and I feel like we're talking about, like, but going back to communication. I mean, I think that's where it all, like, a day in the life of, I think it just really boils down to communication.
Yeah.
And that's really what we do all day long.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
And if you do it right,
yes,
the transactions on both ends go smoothly.
Yes.
Even when there are problems, if you are communicating them and bringing solutions, it doesn't feel like a problem.
It doesn't feel like a problem. Yeah, being transparent, like, hey, this came up, but you know what? We've got this,
we're rolling with it.
We've got this, we're going to overcome it. But to try to hide it and like just sweep it under the rug and hope that it goes away, like
it won't go away.
It doesn't go away.
It won't.
So, yeah, kind of like what I told you guys earlier, like, we're going to find out. Same thing, like, we can't just make something disappear either.
Yeah.
So it's just better to be upfront and communicate, and I think that's where, going back to building the rapport and the relationships with everyone at all parties involved really
so
makes
important.
the difference. So I guess to sum it up in a nutshell, a day in the life of building relationships and communicating.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the easiest way to
building relationships and communicating.
Yeah.
I love it.
Love
yeah,
it. All
perfect.
right.
That's
Cool.
what we do. All right, if you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, follow, all of the things. And we will see you next week on The Home Stretch.
Bye, guys.